Guys, well, today I'm with a game of Vishwanathan Anand, our Indian number one, the great world champion. And we can analyze this game from Black's point of view. I don't choose a much known theoretical opening line because my aim is to develop a healthy and efficient thinking in all stages of the game. Well, let's go. Here we go. D4, Anand is playing black, and white played D4. Anand played D5, and, well, uh, white played the bishop G5. Well, white has a modern approach, the so-called Trompowsky attack. White develops the queen's bishop. It's like a move which neglects one of the classical principle of the opening that states, you got to develop your knight before bishops, especially before the queen's bishop. But yeah, there is some point. So what is the point of this premature emergence of bishop c1? Well, white takes control of the h4 d8 diagonals and limit in many ways black's development on the king side. White waits for knight f6 followed by bishop takes f6, creating a pair of double pawns. So the resulting position, has a closed character of favoring white's pair of knight. Well, that's a whole strategy. Okay, Anand played here, yeah, s6. See, this is not the theoretical main move. I mean, we all know knight f6, c5 was the main move. But Anand plays, the logical reply. I like this move, Then the bishop h4. You can see a small victory for black, Yeah, this move definitely has a drawback, Bishop h4 remains unprotected. It controls only 5 squares comparing to bishop g5, which controls 8 squares. But the question is, the unprotected position of the bishop can be exploited. Yeah, well, usually we do this by the mean of a double attack, At this point, the ability to foresee future position and to determine the geometrical reasons play a very important role. You just imagine, if the d4 pawn will disappear, then queen b4 can create the double attack, That's the whole plan. Anyway, Anand plays c6. Yeah, just giving away for the queen. Queen can come to b6 or a5, depends, And white played e3. Well, I must tell you, knight f3 is another logical move. Really, that protects the bishop f4. Of course, that was a move. And he played e3. And Anand played queen to b6. Yeah, wins a tempo. It's very important. The strong players always try to play these kind of moves. To win a tempo. Yeah, gain a tempo. Queen b6, and he played b3. Anyway, alternative is queen to c1. Anyway, he played b3. Now comes e5. Well, the point you cannot take because the queen b4 just wins a piece the bishop on h4, okay? That's the tactics. So only move knight f3. Yeah, and Anand played e4. Yes, gaining more space. Yeah, knight d2. If knight e5, I think we can play knight d7, knight f6. Yeah, just easy play. Well, now you can see the character of the position is changed now, okay? And yeah, he played bishop e7. Yeah, bishop g3 would play. Yeah, you can, I think, at least you can thank, because black is able to develop a knight ga to f6, that was limited by bishop g5. So definitely, black is okay. Bishop e6 Anand played. Yeah, bishop e2. Normal developing move, knight f6, and white castled. White could have delayed the castle with c4, c4, castles, knight c3, queen a5. Well, I don't know. Well, anyway, he also castled. Now you play c4, right? Good move. Queen d8, yeah. And knight c3, developing his last minor pieces to the good square. A bishop d6. This is the whole point of queen d8. He wants to exchange the bishop. Yeah. He takes it. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Then he played, rook b1. Good move. Yeah. At some point he wants to play b4, b5. Yeah, that's the whole point. And knight bd7, developing a last minor piece, and a4. I don't understand. I mean, maybe white wants to play b4, b5, maybe. Oh, that's the point, And Anand played a5, just stopping all b4. Now there is no b4. Okay. So c5. White plays c5. Well, this is a serious mistake, because we already know the black needed a stabilized center in order to give a wing attack, So white makes this task much easier, right? So queen e7 and rook b2. Rook b2, rook f b2. He wants to play b6, yeah. And queen b1, then b6, yeah. Just c takes b6. Rook takes b6, rook c1, and rook a b8, yeah, just putting more pressure on b4 backward pawn, simple, and bishop f1, yeah, it's a very quiet move, but there are some ideas behind it, It gives white set free the e2 square for knight c3 in order to double the rooks on the c file. Knight e2, knight f4 is coming. That's the idea. Well, h5, Anand played h5. And knight e2, right? h4, yeah. Just, trying to weaken his king side, And rook bc2, yeah. He's eyeing for the c6 square, definitely. And queen d6. Actually, it is forced, But it's a very good move. The queen remains centralized, and it plays both active and defensive role. That's why the queen d6 is good, Knight f4. Yeah. Now the question: do we want to, allow the white to take our bishop? Knight takes e6. Should we allow? I think no. Yeah, because when you have the space advantage, you should keep as many pieces as possible on the board. Yeah, well, knight f4 will be the subject of a tempo win, but yeah. Anyway, Anand played bishop f5. Looks good, no? Rook c5. Yeah, excellent move. Yeah, the rook cannot be taken, and you see the a5 pawn is also weak. Anand says, no, I don't worry about the a5 pawn. I'm just eyeing this king's side attack. Well, well, yeah. Then g5, excellent move. Only move knight e2. And knight f8. That's a beautiful regrouping. A queen c2. Yeah, attacks the c6 pawn and bishop d7. This is a fine move. Again, a beautiful move. This is a kind of move with two goals. It defends the c6 pawn, and also it liberates the f file for the queen to attack the weakness on f2. So rook takes a5. White failed to see black's threats against s2 and f2, So, well, knight g4, g3, only move. Now you play queen f6, there's a problem, Queen f6, what white can do? I don't know. Nothing. He just, he played a desperate, move, like, it's a kind of desperate attempt. Knight takes e4. Yeah, d takes e4. Knight c3. See, I think black should pay attention to the change in this position, now the fifth rank is open. White has 2 pawns for a piece, threatening to grab another on e4. On the other hand, b3 is hanging, and black can reach the second rank, okay? You just play active, h takes g3, h takes g3, and queen h6. Wow, beautiful move. Bishop g2, yeah, that's the only move. Well, rook takes b3, knight takes e4, Then rook b2, and rook takes g5 check, knight e6, sorry, knight g6, and queen c5. Well, you see the position. Black is attacking with three pieces. Queen to h6, rook b2, and knight g4. We only need two pieces to give a checkmate, you know. Yeah, queen s2 can be played any time. So the bishop g2 is already challenged once, you know. And, the answer is very clear now because the f2 pawn is pinned. And, yeah, black can't come. I mean, the queen and the rook on the second line. Well, the queen s2, check. King f1. Then knight takes e3. The final move, the killer move, just crowning the black strategy, just resigned, nothing to do. Well, see, I must say something. White's modern opening faced a very logical approach, by Anand, and it's a very easy to remember setup, I like how Anand played this game, Just we can learn a lot more, definitely. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.